All right, so peace, my purpose people. What's going on with the you? So listen, y'all. Honey. If you are new to my face, I am Zavi D. Morgan. I'm a holistic life and business coach. I support an ecosystem of entrepreneurs and small business owners within the small women and minority-owned communities. And I am just here to just love on you and give you word that God gives me, okay, on often. Now, this year, 2024, I have not been coming to you all as often as I have done in the past because God really had me in a place, and I cannot wait to see the last video that I posted in 2023 that prepared me to take on the journey of 2024 because, oh God, I just know it's a revelation. But nonetheless, God has put me in this position, and I have just been God has been working on me. Like if you look at me right now, like you can tell, like sis look like something a little different. Sis been in the wilderness. Before sis got in the wilderness, I was in absolute grind mode. I was in preparation. I was in training. It was, y'all, when I say it was training, it was basic training. Do you understand me? God took me through every situation, every instance, every possible trigger, trauma, emotional upset, distraction, setback. I was faced to look at myself and look at the way I view others and to just reevaluate my life, have a different perspective about the things that I even begged and asked and fasted for years ago, and how some of those things showed up in my life and they may have shown up too early and I was not able to take a God just had me just in this space where I was just like, okay. And I was at the end of it all, come September, by the end of September, God had me practicing coming here to deliver a word without any other details besides go and speak. Here's the parameter. Do it in August. September, I said something's coming. October, it came. October, November, and December. December has been my recovery. Child, I spent 2 months in what would you call it? In surgery. I'm talking about with a surgical precision. God was like, let me cut it out. We got a little bit more. Let me cut it out. I am not, when I say everything was brought to the surface in my life. Everything was brought to the surface. The good, the bad, the ugly, the things that I thought that didn't matter anymore, the feelings and emotions, narcissistic people, and where they pop up at in my relationships, in my friendships, in my partnerships, just overall in my life. Womanizers, like how I can mismanage my money in the face of a distraction or a challenge. So why it's important for me to have certain people in place, not because I'm a bad person, but because I need some support when I'm going through something. God gave me the recipe on how to staff my life and propel into the next level of success, because I claim that my goal is generational wealth. I claim that I am here to save nations. I claim that I want to leave behind a legacy that my children's children can be proud of. I'm talking about my legacy better outlive 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 generations of stuff. You understand me? And in order to get that, there were chains I had to break. There were habits, hereditary things that I had to break within inside of myself. Things that I had to educate myself on so I could teach my children. Hey, this may come up on your journey. Be prepared for it. Stay away from this, because this is, you are susceptible to this. You understand what I'm saying? It's been so many different things that God has revealed to me, and December has been my recovery period, y'all, and I needed it. Like when December, I finally called a friend of mine. I had not called him. He called me in November. His birthday is in November, and he called me in November. And he was like, hey, just kind of check on you. Hadn't heard from him for months. Probably been like 6 months. And this is a very, very good friend of mine in God. And so he said, how's it going? I was like, it's fine. Everything's peace. Because it was. Right? Even though I was going through a storm, so to speak, it still was peace. Right? It still was, I still was okay. And I did not want to be the friend that dumps. Right? You call me just to check on me. You don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. And but I do. I subconsciously need you to be my trash can. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't want to be that friend. I want to be able to, even in my space where I need you, I still want it to be a clear uh, passageway for reciprocity to maneuver both ways. I don't know. I wish I could say it the way I feel it, right? This is what I make little I ain't got no neck. I got a little bit of neck. But anyway, so stay focused. Now, so when he was talking to me, he was like, well, how's this? And I was like, it's a piece or whatever. And he was like, okay. So we talked for about 20 minutes, and then he was like, all right, then I just called to check on you. And I was like, all right. And I cried and I wept and I cried and I wept because I needed him. I knew I needed him, but I wasn't ready. And so a month later, I hit him up and I was like, I'm ready to talk. And so he called me and we were just talking, and he was like, well, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. He was like, well, you said you was ready to talk. And so I told him everything that was going on, and he did exactly what God had called him to do in my life. He poured inside of me. He just poured and poured and poured. And I didn't even ask for it. Oh! Woo, I had to sit in there for a minute. Because those are the type of people who are attached to the promise. Pick that up. That was for somebody. Those are the type of people that are attached to the promise. The type of people that you could let them know, like, hey, been going through something, it's been challenging, whatever the case may be, and they say, well, what do you need? That's one side of it all, because some people really don't know what you need. Some people just don't have the capacity to be like, I'm gonna just do something, or I'm gonna try to figure out what you need. Like, those are the best top tier people, right? But these people are included as well. People that their next thing is not what's going on, but what do you need? I got one of them too. She's amazing. I just met her. But my friend, he didn't ask me if I needed anything. He just gave it because the situation needed it. And those are the type of people that the promise are attached to. The promise is going to deliver people who compliment you, because that's the type of person you are, right? You are the type of person to where someone can tell you their need, someone can tell you their problem, their challenge, and you produce a solution, or you just cover them in whatever way you are led to, and they don't even have to ask you for it. You are the asker. You are the one that's like, do you mind if I do this for you? Type of person. And so those type of people are attached to the promise. Don't forget it. If you have people who are not that, people who are opposite of that, there is no room for what I'm saying. The line is, people who are opposite of that are just takers. They're just in your life to receive, and they may be a part of a special assignment that is connected to the work that you do, and you just, you do work without expecting it, because the universe is going to bless you regardless. Those people are over there, and they supposed to stay over there. They're not supposed to like be directly connected to it. They're not connected to the promise. They were just a part of the process. Okay, that was good. That picked that up for somebody. They're not a part of the promise. They were just a part of the process. And so you have to learn how to let it go with love, even though it may hurt, even though you knew, even if God gave you, like, no, they were supposed to be there, but they just messed it up. You're gonna have to learn how to let that go with love, over many times in life. Okay, so we've been here 9 minutes already. The point is this, though. The point is, um God is going to blow your mind. Okay. we have reached the end of a turbulent time. I don't even feel, I feel like I needed to get that part out so I can look back at it and listen to it. I don't even feel like I'm supposed to complete the video at this point. I feel like there's nothing else to say. I feel like the rest of your life is going to be about you playing the game. For me in particular, it has been 36 years of me learning the game, identifying that there was even a game outside of the game, aka outside of the matrix. um had to learn that there was a game, a real game. Then I had to learn the different parts to this game, and then I had to learn how to use the different parts of this game. I had to learn that everybody can't go. I had to learn that a blessing works both ways. It is for both entities in a situation in life, and the promise is the promise, but there's still free will, and you could mess it up. You could mess your part of it up, and the other part of it still will succeed. And it could trick you. It could force you into making your mind believe that it wasn't for you because it passed you by. Because the world has told us that what's for you will never pass us by. But you have to be in a position to receive, or it will, because it's energy and it will just pass on, right? It's going to prepare itself for the next successor. So it's like, if you're going to pass up your opportunity in this realm, then the opportunity still exists, and it needs to, it's searching for a successor. It has to find a place so it can evolve, right? It's just like energy bounces from one place to the next. And so you have to be mindful of all of those things in this process. But anyway, so I just come here to tell you that 2025, if you've been viewing me and you're a part of the chosen community and all of that good stuff that God be having going on with us, then 2025 should definitely be your year. You have to make sure that you continue to learn and to shape and to mold yourself and to prepare yourself for what's coming next, right? All the things that you have been working on the past 10 to 20 years is about to manifest itself, based on the work that you've put in, right? This is why it's important to be connected and understand the supreme math, so you can have a deeper understanding of science and spirituality, and see yourself as a god in this earthly plane. And the only way that you are able to do that successfully is to master the supreme mathematics. Now, not necessarily being a part of any lifestyle or any type of culture, not lifestyle or culture, religion, not necessarily, thank you, Holy Spirit, for catching that, because Lord knows some troll will try to use that. So not necessarily being a part of any type of religion per se. However, when you are speaking about a lifestyle, a faith-based lifestyle for yourself and those who come after you, your bloodline, I think that it's ultimately important to identify where your foundation is in that likeness, right? Because it's important. So that's why for me, like, life and business go hand in hand. You feel what I'm saying? For me. Now, a lot of people, you got to take the feelings out of it. Yeah. So it's a fine line between it. I mean, just talk to me. Let's have a conversation, because I have a lot of wisdom, and a lot of it is ancient knowledge. And if I'm being honest, like, we can stay all day. We can be in one room together and we can all have conversations about how, we can share this information and it's protected. It don't matter what the enemy is and all of that other stuff. But I definitely 100% know that, yeah, that's great knowledge to have. But in your wisdom, you have to make sure that you understand that the enemy is going to come to kill, steal, and destroy. And that sucker is slick too. That sucker wants you to think that I ain't coming for you no more and I ain't gonna send nobody else either. Don't worry about it. Ooh, you psych me out. Oh my God. Yeah, you right. You are the chosen. I can't do anything to like the enemy want to catch you with your tail hanging. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to be mindful of these things right here and move accordingly. You feel me? But yeah, so it's just ultimately important. It's extremely important for us to protect ourselves and just know what part of the journey you are on and be honest about it as well, right? Be honest about what part of the journey you're on, and don't give yourself more than you can chew, more than you can bite off, and don't be too hard on yourself, because you know if you're doing all of those things and you're not necessarily at the place where you desire to be, that just means you still got some work to do. Be easy, slow down. Your life's not over. You're not about to die soon. You gotta look at, listen. I heard Dr. Umar Johnson say something to this young buck the other day. He was like, listen, I am, what he say, 40? Did he say 40 at heart or something like that? He was, and the young buck was trying to call him old or whatnot. And so Dr. Umar was like, listen, this is why you shouldn't call nobody old or young, because it depends upon the lifestyle you're living. Now, when you think about old or young, if you are living that type of lifestyle that you typically don't live you typically don't live past 30 and you're 18, then and if you're 18, then you old, right? He was like, but if you're living a lifestyle you typically don't pass until 100 and you're 40, you young. And I was like, okay, Dr. Umar, okay. So yeah, perspective is everything. And I know this video may be a little bit all over the place, y'all, because I told you I'm still in recovery. When I say it hit me, I'm recovering from a serious procedure. You understand me? My surgeon, top of the line, like I had to recover, type thing. So yeah, so anyways, and I'm just here to spill it all out. It's just chilling. I don't really have like too much more to say. I told you what it was, 9 minutes. The video was over 7 minutes ago. But anyways, y'all, God is going to have me come here more often in the upcoming year and going forward. More than I've ever done, because it is that time now. And I'm super excited. You're going to be seeing more faces, new members of the companies that I have and everything. So make sure that you're following me on everything. You new here, I may not look like somebody that have all this stuff going on or whatever the case may be. That's because I really love to chill, y'all. I was just thinking to myself, like, how can I find some classy sweatpants and like chill gear? Like, how can they still be classy? Because, honey, I was sweatpants, flip-flops, jeans, boots, you to death. If I don't have on my Lady CEO attire, which is my alter ego, that's it. I don't got to. It's either I'm relaxed or I'm bossed up. Like, seriously. And I choose relaxed over bossed up. For sure. But anyway, so anyhow, I'm not going to keep you here too much longer, but definitely make sure that you're following me on all platforms. Make sure that you get connected with all of my businesses. Eventually, my name will not be like formally attached to the businesses, because I am transferring everything I'm doing like a transfer of wealth to protect my wealth so I can secure it for the generations that are coming after. So anyways, this is my message to you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And make sure, if you need to schedule a one-to-one with me so we can talk about how you can secure your generational wealth and what that looks like for your family, I'm here for you. All right, well, in the meantime, in between time, love you. Share this video with somebody who may need this video. You would never ever know who needs it. Just share it anyway, okay? Make sure that you are identify your purpose, live life with passion, so you can do what you have been called to do every single day. I love you. Bye.